drugs, entertainment.
Welcome to Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment, starring G from the Shop and Mark Walter Ward. Please subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. What up, world? Mark Walter Ward, G from the Shop, SDE, Super Facts Network. We're going to talk about my favorite shit, the NBA. First, you know, since you're a Bulls fan, I'm a Wizards fan. We obviously got our eyes on who's going to be in that play-in, and looking like the Celtics might end up as 7th or 8th. I mean, obviously that's a huge disappointment, but if the Celtics make it to the playoffs as a 7th or 8th seed, and let's say theoretically they make it in through the play-in, do you see them being a threat? You think they're done? What's your opinion on the Celtics as a contender, pretender, whatever? How do you got them rated?
They got a shot to win the championship this year if they in it. If they got Tatum and Brown, they in it. They the new Michael Jordan, Pippen. Big quotation mark. Like you can't get there, but I think they gonna be the 1-2 punch man for the future because Tatum do all Kobe moves, and motherfucking Jaylen Brown, poor man's Pippen, man, middle class Pippen. I'm telling you, they gonna win a ring in the next 2-3 years, guaranteed.
I mean, bro, if he keep developing, he gonna be like the high-priced suburb Pippen. You know, he gonna be like right outside the city. Because I mean, shit, you know, on a quick bite, we had talked about most improved. I mean, I wouldn't put him there, but he definitely took a leap.
No, we already did the most improved show. Now that I think,
y'all go check out that quick bite. Our most improved.
He was at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? He was at the top of the list for sure.
So you still think the Celtics are a contender?
As long as they got Tatum and Brown, they're gonna be. The key for them is fucking Kimber. Show the fuck up, stay healthy, show up, give them something, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like them losing Thice, but another that X Factor, my man Marcus Smart, he's a killing dog. So they always gonna be in the fight, and they well coached, man. So if they a 7-8 seed, they can get somebody some problems.
Does Marcus Smart remind you of like a guard version of you?
It's dudes that play like me, but Marcus Smart had way more skill. So no, I wouldn't say Marcus Smart, but he definitely played with the type of go get it. You know what I'm saying, that I played with. He in that category, you know what I'm saying, definitely. I would categorize my shit like not 6'10" Jerome Williams, junkyard dog, but obviously not as good.
Got you.
6'5".
You know, Marcus Smart, a player like, you know, a combo guard like that might not even had no room in the 90s, but, you know.
Shit, he's skilled, dog. He got handle. He can shoot.
He passed like a motherfucker, but.
No, he's super high IQ, and he's that type of throwback player. He would have been right at home in the 90s, 80s, whatever, where they can punch you in the face. He would have been right at home with that shit.
I mean, that's a good point. So that was something I wanted to talk about. Who do you think that was back in the day that wouldn't work today, and vice versa? Like, do you think Steph Curry would be an all-star in the 90s?
He ain't been an all-star in any era. When you can shoot the ball, you can shoot the ball. That's why.
What about the hand checking and the weight?
People was little back then too. Nate Archibald was little. Maurice Cheeks was little. Fate Lever was little. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that was small. You know what I'm saying? Steph quick as shit. Got handled. He'd have figured it out. And when you can shoot, you can shoot. You think about them people back in the day that was the top dog shooters. Dale Curry, the father, you know, Dale Ellis and all them, Chuck Person, they was role players, just specialists. Steph can handle the ball. Man, come on, bro.
Chuck Person was a little bit more than a role player for a hot minute. He was an all-star.
No, that was my man. You ain't about to tell me about
the rifleman.
He was a straight role player all his whole career. You know what I'm saying? At the most, he averaged probably about 17. He ain't never wasn't no never that top dog of the team. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, he was never the Reggie Miller was unquestionably, but I mean, I feel like he was a little more in a role player.
No, a 17-point average.
Shit, he had a playoff battle with Larry Bird, back and forth.
Yeah, man, that's my man, Chuck Person, the rifleman. That's my man. That's been my man.
So, but you know, back to my original question, there's got to be some players you don't think will work like Adrian Dantley, Alex England, or maybe you do. So there ain't nobody you think that would like for the, let's say, the 70s or 80s that wouldn't be an all-star?
The game that changed for sure, and I ain't gonna say they wouldn't have been whatever they was. I know certain people would have had problems. Like McHale would have had problems. He'd have been getting dunked on left and right. People like that, you know what I'm saying, that I think of Kevin McHale could. And he would have got busy because he still got skill and IQ, best post move, one of the best postmen ever, you know what I'm saying? But the athleticism, shit like that, because I remember Paul Gasol is top dog. That's my man, first ballot Hall of Famer. But picture how good Paul Gasol was, you know, and how agile and, you know, he wasn't super athletic, but he was agile and could move around that court. So picture him compared to Kevin McHale, right? In this game, I've seen Paul Gasol get dunked on so brutal by Blake Griffin in the same game. Picture that happening. Picture that shit happening to McHale. McHale would have been broke up, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one player that would come to mind because McHale was the truth. He's the truth. So that's the player that stick out to me, you know. And other players would have had problems like, you know, Guy Russell sold Dennis Johnson, you know what I'm saying, 6'4" Hall of Famer, you know, 6'4", 6'5", defensive specialist, all that. We seen Mike barbecue their whole team. But, like, you know, picture that in today's, and I ain't trying to talk about him, you know what I'm saying? It's just the Celtics that came to my mind, you know, because they were so good back then. But Larry Bird would have been a killer. He would have averaged 42.
All right, well, how about Mark Eaton? I know he made the All-Star team a couple times. What you think
Mark Eaton would have been still in the league. Me and my man was talking about Mark Eaton today because we was reminiscing about the motherfucking Utah. We went to Utah for the 12 and under AAU Nationals, and Mark Eaton spoke to us for the opening ceremony. We was talking about, remember when we met Mark Eaton, 7'4". But Mark Eaton would have found a way in the league, to stay in the league because he's so big. Taco Fall in the league, he gets spare minutes. Mark Eaton was the defensive player of the year a couple times, I think. So he would have stayed in the league because he blocked shots, rim protected, rebound, and foul. You know?
Damn. See, I thought you would have felt like a few people could make it. Like you could say Michael, you know, another All-Star a couple times, Michael Adams, but I got a feeling he get busy in today's NBA.
No,
I already know how you feel about
Michael Adams is today's Ish Smith. What are you talking about? No, he would have been in the league. He'd have been a backup. That's why I guess
a backup, man. He would have been an all-star. Michael Adams could shoot three-pointers like shit. Imagine if they let Michael Adams shoot 12 three-pointers a game. Man, Michael Adams would be averaging like 28 today. He averaged 28 back then with hand checking.
Well, I don't like the Bullets, man. You tripping, man.
He did on the Nuggets. He did on the Nuggets too.
Would have been Ish Smith in today's NBA. You tripping?
You're tripping, man. He averaged more than 25 points like 5 or 6 times. He was like one of the leading scorers of the whole 90s. Shit, I think Michael Adams should be in the Hall of Fame while you bullshitting.
Yeah, all right.
I guarantee he got more points than Marcus Aldridge.
Look up his numbers. I guarantee his numbers ain't nowhere near 25 a fucking game in his career. No.
Oh, no, not for his career. I said for 5 years or better, he averaged 25.
Man, look him up then, man, because I don't remember none of that shit. And the Bullets was some shit. So, man.
You know, he averaged 25 at Denver for at least 2 years.
Man, Denver ain't even never come on TV back then.
Yeah, but I used to get the hoops cards.
I had their cards too, but I ain't look for no Michael Adams card.
When he got traded to the Bullets, I did.
I didn't. I ain't look for no Bullets cards except Weber, Rasheed, Jawan, Broad Strickland, Bernard King. Man, I get the Purvis Ellison card be blown.
He averaged 14 a game for his career. He only had 9,000 points.
He Hall of Fame. Get the fuck out of here, Mark. Hey, Mark, really, please. Chris Webber and them ain't in the Hall of Fame. We talking about Michael Adams. I'm glad.
He got 1 year averaging 27. 3-time All-Star.
He averaged 27 out Denver.
Yep, 26.5 with
with
11 assists.
Look up their record.
Look up that record. The record was like 33 or something. They sucked.
Their record 20 games.
Yeah, that's when they had.
You talking about Michael Adams, and I ain't even knew. I said 26 games, and you said they won like 33. Come on.
Hey, I fucks with Michael Adams.
And you said Hall of Fame.
Nah,
I like Michael Adams too. Man.
I was tripping. I thought he did more than that. Yeah, nah, he damn sure ain't a Hall of Famer. And Chris Webber should be a Hall of Famer, even though, man, when Chris Webber got traded, that shit hurt my heart. That's somebody who'd be better in today's NBA. So if you don't think anybody would be worse, who do you think would be better? I mean, that's a lot of people though. Like a lot of people, because like imagine how much good Michael or Kobe's 3 would be if they was encouraged to take it, because you know they would put the work in on it.
Like Magic would have been great any era, but still all these new guards would have gave Magic problems too. Though. You know what I'm saying? Because Magic 6'9", he'd have, did what Magic do. He'd back you down the whole court if he had to, keep you on his hip, but. Picture Magic having to check like Dame Lillard. Picture Magic having to get switched off onto Greek the Freak.
Yeah. But I mean, they could hide him like Luka. Like wouldn't you say the Magic Johnson's more athletic than Luka?
Man, the game different, man. Like Luka's game probably would have been different if the game ain't changed. Luka's game is slow, but it's crafty. Magic was long, push that joint transition, one of the best transition players ever.
Would you have ever considered him fast?
No.
Like just with the ball end to end? Never?
No.
Not even young Magic?
The game was a slow down game a lot, but when he with the ball, showtime. But like a lot of times Magic backing that joint down court, keeping you on his hip. Crunch time or something, you know what I'm saying? So them games,
what you got James Worthy doing?
Them games back then was like 90-something to 99 anyway, man. Like
in the playoffs,
the other day, motherfucking Wizards and shit was 140-something to 140-something, like ABA scores. Shout out Kevin Sheehan.
Yeah, I thought folks with Kevin Sheehan. What you think James Worthy would do in today's NBA?
Be regular. He had to develop. A lot of people had to develop that jumper, extend that range. I tell you, who'd still be a dog. Pat Ewing would still be a dog.
Yes. Which version?
All the versions, because Pat always figured it out. He always averaged 10+ rebounds. He developed that touch and always hit the motherfucking mid range. You know what I'm saying? So, and he always was a tough captain, this captain. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach that. So, Pat would have been a killer. David Robinson, Shaq would have been a killer.
Oh yeah, for sure. People that be saying that Shaq won't work, they're ridiculous. Because you know a lot of them people say that shit.
Iverson would have a chance to average a 50-point season. Because he probably would have been on a team that he'd get to do whatever he wanted by himself.
No hand checking with Iverson speed and the shit wide open with some shooters. I agree, brother. I agree. That'd be unstoppable.
he would have been a 50 point a game.
And then imagine how much assists he would average if they just would have got the right little shooters around him and opened the floor up.
Yeah, it depends, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like that's true in the NBA. Circumstances make a difference like a motherfucker. I mean, look at the Gaffer homeboy. Like, were you even really hip to him like that in Chicago? And did you expect him to be this good for Washington?
He wasn't getting that much bump for us. He was getting sperm minutes. You know what I'm saying? We got top round draft picks at that same position.
Yeah.
So he was lost in the shuffle. That's why he was a trade bait.
Yeah, when you said circumstance, that's what made me think about it. Circumstance is so important.
No, that's why circumstances. That's what Russell Westbrook needed. An athletic big that could be block shots, run the court, catch and dunk on people. You know what I'm saying? So all that time was done shit for the birds.
You laughed me out the motherfucking podcast for the Michael Adams joint. I was tripping. But let me ask you this. Do you think if it was the right circumstances, any scenario where J.R. Rider could have been a Hall of Famer?
No, he wasn't no Hall of Famer then.
Well, I mean, like, let's say, what if he went to Miami and did that conditioning and acted right shit?
No, I ain't want to play the what if game. J.R. Rider had the skill. He ain't executed. A lot of people got the skill. We're going to talk about that. Forget talking about J.R. Rider. Shout out to him, though. Because that's my dog. That used to love them 12 o'clock midnight, you know, UNLV, Fresno State, whatever games, you know what I'm saying? But anybody we're going to talk about Hall of Fame talent, Michael Beasley, first ballot Hall of Fame talent. And I ain't talking about nobody else, Michael Beasley.
Good night. Yeah, I mean, they say some of that was like the way he be acting, though.
You talking about J.R. Rider, dog?
Oh, that's not what I say. That's not what I'm saying at all. But
you talking about J.R. Rider, somebody that had problems and shit like that didn't execute the talent that he had.
A lot of his problems wouldn't be problems today, though. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of that shit was weed.
Michael Beasley ain't in the league because of these type of shit. What are you talking about?
I mean, the same thing. I mean, I think it's some bullshit. I'm just saying that's what they be saying about him. Like, you know, when they asked Pat Riley like why it didn't work, and he was basically he was like he couldn't get right with the program. And I'm not even saying that's a detriment to his character.
What I'm saying, you getting lost, bro. You brought up J.R. Rider, a possible Hall of Fame. First of all, no. I did bring up. Hold on. You first fucked me up with Michael Adams as Hall of Famer. Then you said, you see in this game today, J.R. Rider could possibly be a Hall of Famer. So
I asked you in the right circumstance, did you think he could be a Hall of Famer? I didn't even postulate that he could or would be.
No. I guess if you made it to the NBA, everybody got a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame. But if he had a chance, he would have did it. You know what I'm saying? He had his chance. He didn't do it. He ain't even in the talks for being borderline Hall of Fame. So that name. And
I mean, it was to illustrate the point of circumstances. You know, you're talking about people getting lost. You got lost. The whole point was about how important circumstance is.
No, but
so I mean that's you getting lost.
No,
I just saying like, bro, am I ever gonna say anything that you agree with that you don't just be like, no. Like, am I ever gonna say anything that you agree with? Like, do you think I have the possibility to have one correct point about anything regarding basketball?
No, what I'm saying is what I heard you say, trying to say J.R. Rider and Hall of Fame, I'm thinking of talent. And I already told you, I go off eye test. I've seen J.R. Rider play in that era.
I know, but I mean, fuck J.R. Rider. I'm just curious. Do you
no,
think
you said J.R. Rider.
Okay, and okay, we'll agree to disagree. I'm wrong.
So
I'm wrong about that. But so you ain't gonna answer the question.
No, in terms of what I'm hearing and discussing, I hear J.R. Rider.
Right, but can you answer one question, please? Do you think it's possible for me to say something that's right about basketball?
It's your opinion, dog.
I mean, yes or no? Do you think I've ever said anything that's correct about basketball?
We done agreed with plenty of stuff on basketball. What are you talking about?
I mean, I've agreed with shit that you said. I can't think of shit I say that you don't just be like, nah.
No, I've been agreed with you about Rod Strickland. What are you talking about? I've been agreed with you about plenty of stuff, but I watch basketball. This is what we was talking about. We was talking about, you posed the question. What I answer, I'm answering. I hear J.R. Ryder. My description of J.R. Ryder is a dude with super talent, jump out the gym, super charismatic, all type of character, could have owned the city or wherever he played for, had all the talent in the world, but ran into off-the-court problem, personality, whatever, didn't last in the league. You pose a question on him possibly being a Hall of Famer. I've never ever thought of him to be like that.
If he was in the right circumstance.
Let me finish. So in turn, I try to relate it to a player that I did watch, eye test, once again, that also had the same type of off-the-court problems, personality problems as J.R. Ryder, that's not in the league anymore, in Michael Beasley, and tried to bring it back to comp for you in your question as a Hall of Fame talent, right circumstance, and all that. I'm bringing it back all the way to you, brother. That's all I'm saying.
So Michael Beasley would have made the Hall of Fame in the right circumstances?
Michael Beasley is one of the greatest basketball players I've ever seen in my life. I test, he is one of the top 5 players I've ever seen from this area. And I've seen them all, man, and I've heard about all, the ones that came before me. And Mike Beasley, yes.
Beasley, yeah. I mean, they was calling him that like 13, right?
So that's all I was bringing it back to you, bro.
Hey.
And your opinion is yours. Like, my balls and my word. You stand on what you stand on, and I can be man enough to, hey, we can talk about it, bro. But don't we don't gotta agree about everything, but we have agreed about plenty. On basketball, sports, whatever, rap, all that.
Yeah, for sure. I was just curious. I ain't like agitated or nothing.
It's okay if you will be. That's why I've been posted a post a long time ago, man. If you know me and you really know me, you've wanted to fight me, but you still can't help but love me.
That's good. Oh shit. Man, what better place to end it on than that? SDE Super Facts Network. G from the shop. Mark Water Ward.
My man.
The Super Facts Network, home of Jump Pop, SDE, and the Super Facts Show. Now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Water Ward.